Hello everybody and welcome back to Games for Dads. Okay, a brand new card, a brand new deck test. Buck Rogers, remember him? I do. Absolutely cool character. So what does Buck Rogers do? On the draw your space cards in hand, gain between 24 and 29 power until played. And listen to this, your opponent's science cards in hand lose between 24 and 29 until played. A great card. I just wish that was your opponent's science cards anywhere. What a cool card that would be then. Okay, let's check out this deck. First card up, it's quite a cool deck actually. I like this one. Hypernova, Ultra Fusion, space card, 6 for 50 on the draw. This card gains plus 100 this turn. Obviously with Buck Rogers we needed to include quite a few space cards. We've got 9 of them. Next one up is SN 1987A, 3 for 19. Quite useful. On the play, if played opposite any arts and culture, history or space card, your opponent's cards in hand lose minus 24 this turn. A little bit hit or miss. You can swap that one out, but I do like it. One, the energy is quite low, and two, when it hits pretty hard. No surprise, Planet X, if your deck is 9 or fewer space cards. I think we've got exactly 9. Your space cards, wherever they are, gain plus 14 permanently. And if your deck contained exactly 4 space cards, you'd give them an additional 14 until played. Super massive black hole. On the return, for every non-space card in your deck, give your space cards, wherever they are, plus 3. Cydonia, good hold card, 10 for 0. On the start, this card gains plus 15 power and costs minus 1 energy. Obviously, we're going to hold him as long as we can. Olympus Mons, again, I like this one because the energy is quite low, but it does hit quite hard. On the play, your cards in hand gain plus 40 at this turn. He's also a space card, so he will get all those space buffs, and hopefully a buff from Buck. A buff from Buck. Card Galaxy, great card, 6 for 50. On the play, for every round you have lost this game, this card gains plus 100 this turn, and your other cards in hand lose minus 7 until played. I'm not sure about this one, but it is working. As long as you don't run into a space deck, I guess you're okay. 3 for 10, International Space Station. On the play, all space cards in both players' hand gain plus 20 this turn. I was trying to keep the energy down. I'm trying to make this deck work in this week's league. But it's quite a good card, that one. Terminator, good old Terminator. I'm sure you know Terminator. Everybody does. Just to remind you, on the draw, this card gains plus 40 permanently. So he's going to get super powerful. And on the return, if it's the last turn of a round, this card costs minus 2 energy permanently. Do like Terminator. My old friend Jetcar, 6 for 50. On the play, your cards adjacent to this game plus 80 this turn. And then on the return, lose minus 40 for 3 turns. And I've gone with a few of these paywall cards. I've managed to get them all and I didn't buy them. So thank you everybody that traded them for me. I've gone with, I think I've got 4 programming language cards. The first one is basic, limited legendary, 755. On the draw, your burn and lock cards in hand gain plus 20 permanently. Don't think I've got any of them. On the play, your science cards in hand gain plus 20 at this turn. Definitely got a few of them. And this is the bit I really like. On the return, your non-science cards, wherever they are, gain plus 20 for 3 turns. That is a super buff on all of our space and other cards. So that's basic. The next programming language card is Python. Everybody knows Python by now. 8 for 68. Crazy card, this one. They need to nerf it, to be honest. On the play, your non-science cards, wherever they are, gain a plus 16 power until played. And for every programming language card in your deck, give them an additional plus 2 for 2 turns. Like I said, I think I've got 4 programming language cards. Let's have a look. Got another one here, another 2. C++, 9 for 85, another limited legendary. Do like this one, actually. For every time you have played C... I made a mistake there, never mind. For every time you have played C, not C++, but C this game, this card gains plus 30 permanently. I haven't got C, never mind. Bit of a schoolboy error there. And on the return, for every time you have played C++, which this game, your programming language cards, wherever they are, cost minus 1 permanently. So we're only really going to get the return function on that. But this deck is rocking and a rolling. I'm not sure it's worth putting C in, to be honest. Next one, numerology. You could probably swap numerology for C if you really want, but this card is really good. It works nicely in this deck. limited legendary. On the play, if it's round 2 or 4, 7 of your random space cards and 7 of your random science cards, wherever they are, gain plus 18 this round. Again, I wish that was until played. And if it's round 1, 3 or 5, 7 of your random life on land and 7 of your oceans and sea cards, wherever they are, gain 18 at this round. Good card though. And here is the last programming language card, JavaScript. This one will work. On the play, your programming language cards, wherever they are, gain between 1, not very good, and 28, which is really good, until played, revealed before scoring. The trouble with that revealed before scoring, when you've only got a few of them, you can't actually see because they're probably somewhere in your deck. But still a good card. Do like it. Bothy, no surprise. If your deck contains 14 or more cards from different collections, which it does, actually exactly 14 collections in this deck, your cards, whatever they are, gain plus 10 until played. And this card gains an additional plus 10 permanently. 10 in. Moving on. Buck Rogers. On the draw, your space cards in hand gain between 24 and 29. No idea what that is. Maybe he came from the year 2429. Could be, possibly. I'm not sure. We should check that out. Until played, and your opponent's science cards in hand lose again between 24 and 29 until played. Great card. Okay, let's go and take this deck out. I think I'm going to go and play a casual game with it, see how we get on, make sure it's all working properly. I've been tweaking it a little bit since that Buck Rogers card came out earlier on, and I do like this version. I think maybe C++ is a little bit debatable now that we've realised that only one function works on it. But everything else is good, and maybe SN 1987 could be one to take out. You might not like International Space Station. I do like it though because it is quite low on the energy. See if we can get a game. Something's been really off the last few days. First we had the bots in the event just refusing to play, which is quite humorous. And then we had not being able to find anybody to play it in the events. And now I've been struggling all day to find anybody to play, even in the leagues actually. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe there's a few gremlins in the works. Let's leave this one running. No, let's go back in and out. Oh, come on. Let's find somebody. Oh, here we go. Finally, Omicronian. Nice to see you, Omicronian. Let's make sure this game loads up before we get too excited. It looks like it might not. Oh, no. Good. Good. Come on. So this deck actually hits really hard against a science deck. Oh, and he's got paleontology. Okay, I haven't played a mono paleontology deck with this deck. So let's see how we get on. So Python, obviously great to get around at the beginning. Our SN 1987 card is going to be totally useless in this game. That's probably why you might want to switch it out. I have run into a few fish decks as well where that card is kind of useless. And he looks like he's got a really nice deck here. Omicronian. I think I recognise that name. Anyhow, let's keep going. Let's keep going. There is Mark. He's going to hit all those space cards for 24, 27, 27. That is a great buff. I do like Buck Rogers a lot. So much I'm going to hold him in my hand for a little while. Let's get these big hitting space cards out. If we can win round 1 with this deck, you are normally onto a big win. Or an easy win, I should say. Edward Drinker Cove. That's a great card as well, actually. Nice deck. He's got all the paleontology guys by the looks of it. They buff up really nicely. So we do need to be a little bit careful. There's that JavaScript card. We're 24 in front. Let's go with Jet Car. Let's try and win it. Hold up Buck a little bit longer. Oh, and here's all the guys. Look at that. The Palo guys. The Palo gang. Great deck. I should do the Palo gang deck. Haven't played it for a long time, actually. It is a good deck. 1-0, 188. That was quite easy, actually. So we need to get Buck Rogers round again because that buff on the space cards in hand, don't forget. Our numerology in a good location. Not bad. Nice little buff from him. Buck is still sitting in our hand. We do need to play him soon. Let's play him when there's a few space cards around. That is the best bet. 283. We're going to lose this round. James Hall as well. He's got all the cool dudes. All the cool paleontology guys. Where are the girls? Okay. Well, now we can probably play Buck. Look at this. We've got a handful of space cards to go with Buck. So nice time to play Buck to get him round. So we get that buff. Put him in the middle actually. On all our space cards when he comes back round. We're probably going to lose this round. So we're trying to get our rotation right. Terminator, Planet X and Buck Rogers will all come round pretty close together. Hopefully. And 311 behind. There's that SN card. It's useless. We may as well get him out the way. Python. Obviously, let's get him round. Basic. And SN 1987. 1-1. Well played, Omicronian. Omicronian. Very good. Do like this deck. I do like that Buck Rogers card a lot, actually. I think when you play it against a science deck, it's probably a little bit more effective. But you definitely need a lot of space cards or to try and get him out around your space cards. Really difficult now to build decks without including Python and Tenon if you want them to be a little bit competitive, because you only need 5 albums for Tenon to work. Look at that, 541 on round 2, supermassive buff. Hypernova is such a great card as well. Really good when you're playing space. Gonna hold Cartwheel. Hopefully we won't need him, but if we can hold him a little bit longer, or we might have to play him now actually. 90 in front. What should we do? Should we go with 3 space cards? 459. Let's put Jet Car in the middle. A little bit of a waste off the International Space Station. But he's nice and cheap to play. That's good. He helps us with our energy costs. Deck code, by the way, T5DF1Y. If you do fancy a Buck Rogers, I would recommend it. 256. Looking good, actually. And he can get a big score here. I'm tempted to play Cartwheel so it comes back in a good location, just in case we run it into a few problems on our rotation. Normally I would hold him because we're going to lose this round. I mean, we're going to win this round, so it doesn't really make too much difference. So he will come back now. So far, so good. Both of these decks are going to be super strong on round 5. I don't think we can power through this one, though. We've got mainly our buffing cards. Yeah, that C++, I'm not convinced, really. That was my fault, this card here. But it's working. I mean, it's okay. Would have been nicer to get the 30 permanent buff each time. We need to get Buck around, really. Just to give us a buff if he comes back round on round 5. That's why I went with Buck Rogers there, just to give any space cards that we're holding a nice kick. Nice score, look at that, 693. Let's hope he plays all his big cards here. I mean, Paleontology, if he's played it right, he should be able to get 1,500 points on the final turn. Although I'm not sure. I haven't really watched what he's doing. Let's have a look. Let's get these greenies out the way. Yeah, that C++ card definitely worth considering swapping. I did fancy going with the programming cards. That's why he made it into the deck. Probably not the strongest version of this deck you can build, but it's definitely strong enough. Definitely going to hold Terminator if we can. Doesn't matter if we lose this one. 600 behind. Cydonia is looking good, by the way. Oh, so SN and Hypernova have got to go. And do you know what? We probably need to play Supermassive Black Hole to get that extra buff. Although normally you'd want to hold it, but let's go for it. 615 on a buffing round. Oh dear. A little bit too strong. Well played. Well played. Okay. So here we go. Make or break time. We are in an awesome position. We got some big cards. Terminator looking super strong. Cydonia, obviously, we've held all the way through. We should have Cartwheel, Jet Car coming back round. There is Jet Car. Olympus Mons, 10 in, and let's go with Terminator. Let's get the points on the board. No point holding them. 715. All that is going to hurt you, Omi. You're going to struggle to catch back up now. You are going to struggle, even if he's got a big 1,400 finish. I think we'll have enough in the bank. So cartwheel, we've lost 2 now. Let's go with it. Let's just get the points on the board. Maybe we can just finish with 1 Buck Rogers. It's a bit naughty, really, isn't it? I don't think he's got more than 1,000 points. Not looking at the way he's been playing his cards. 10, 18. He needs 1,018. We've got some reasonable cards here. I did go for the points on the board. Shall I just play Buck Rogers? He'd need 1,060. He could probably just do it. No, that's naughty, isn't it? Let's go for it. Let's remember that too. 401. If we're not leading by 401, we could have played Buck Rogers. We could have played Buck Rogers. Never mind. Well played, sir. Well played, sir. Oh, we would have lost by 1, I think, if we'd played Buck Rogers. That would have been so funny. Okay, well played. There we go. That is the Buck Rogers deck T5D F1Y. Do like that card. I think it's going to be quite useful once we find that absolute perfect deck for it. Thanks for watching. Do leave us a like. Do leave us a comment. We'll be back soon with some more super cool Cards, the Universe, and everything videos. Bye.